Apply rates have been relatively flat at just below 4% across all jobs, but they vary tremendously by the different type of job function. So here are apply rates ranked from highest to lowest. And so you see food service, gig jobs, manufacturing, technology jobs with relatively high apply rates, and other jobs in healthcare, warehousing, education with relatively low apply rates. Now, what explains this? Now, on the high end, what we tend to find is that for entry-level job seekers or for job seekers who want flexible work arrangements, those types of jobs tend to have high apply rates. So food service, gig work, and so forth didn't have high apply rates. Or if they're high-paying jobs with high job security, like manufacturing jobs, which tend to have high job security and pay pretty well for the level of education required, or technology jobs, those jobs have high apply rates. On the low side of the spectrum, we see low apply rates in two kinds of jobs. One, jobs that require a lot of physical effort and physical movement. So think of construction or warehousing. Those are jobs that are hard on your body, and not as many people apply for those jobs. The other type of job where we see low apply rates are jobs that require specific credentials and skills. So think of a nurse or a teacher. If you don't have a license or the educational background that certifies you to be a nurse or to be a teacher, you're unlikely to apply for those jobs. So that's why healthcare and education tend to have lower apply rates. Now, those variations in apply rates translate into variations in cost per applications for different job types. So we've seen here that while most major job types have seen an increase in CPA and the cost per application, it varies. The one occupation with the most noticeable increase in terms of recruiting cost is transportation. It is incredibly difficult to hire drivers, specifically long-haul truck drivers, is probably the single hardest occupation to recruit for in the U.S. right now. But also in healthcare, we see really elevated CPA cost and an increase over the last 26 months where healthcare CPA costs are up almost 60%. And it's not just, warehousing, manufacturing, these areas where there's just intense competition for workers that have seen high CPA trends. It's also these occupations, this part 2 here, where we look at other more white-collar occupations that have had, well, noticeable CPA growth, not as strong as the first slide. So here I'm thinking of legal jobs, marketing and advertising jobs, customer service jobs, tech jobs, that their level of the CPA may differ from each other. But the story here is that we've seen around a 15 to 25% or 35% increase in CPA compared to the much, much higher numbers on that first set of jobs. So that really kind of covers the CPA trends, but for job functions.